He promised unity, he delivered betrayal. Now the Labour Party is in flames, and Keir Starmer stands in the ashes of his own leadership. What triggered the biggest rebellion in modern Labour history? Stay tuned. This changes everything. The question now isn't if, but when. The revolt inside Labour has escalated into a full-scale crisis. What began as whispers in back rooms has exploded into open defiance. At the center is Keir Starmer, once hailed as a unifier, now seen as a disconnected leader clinging to power as it crumbles beneath him. The Labour Party, long the voice of the working class, is splintering under the weight of what many see as a betrayal. Over 150 Labour MPs are reportedly preparing to act. Formal letters demanding Starmer's resignation are circulating. Shadow cabinet members are threatening collective resignations. Local party branches are passing no-confidence motions. Constituency Labour groups are openly denouncing his direction. His allies have turned to critics, and his base feels abandoned. Starmer's leadership hangs by a thread. You're not leading, you're just standing alone. That whisper now defines the rebellion. This isn't just dissent, it's Operation Reset, a coordinated effort to remove Starmer before the general election. Names like Angela Rayner, Lisa Nandy, Wes Streeting, and Andy Burnham are being floated as successors. This isn't about ambition anymore, it's about saving the party. Despite the outrage, Starmer defends his welfare reforms as compassionate and pragmatic, but polling tells a very different story. Support is collapsing among working-class voters, disabled communities, and lifelong Labour loyalists. Many are now considering voting Green, Reform UK, or staying home altogether. His approval ratings have plunged. Once seen as a principled alternative to Tory chaos, Starmer is now branded as cold, managerial, and out of touch. Even the media that once cautiously backed him is turning, asking whether Labour under his leadership is any different from the Conservatives. Starmer's attempt to reset the narrative with a national speech backfired. No apology, no empathy, just emotionless talk of modernization and tough choices. It felt less like a leader's address and more like a corporate memo. Instead of offering reassurance, it confirmed what many feared. Starmer no longer sees the welfare state as a lifeline, but as a ledger item. Protests have erupted, from Southwark to Parliament, where demonstrators have pitched tents outside Labour HQ and displayed banners reading, "Labour betrayed us." Disabled activists chained themselves to Parliament's gates. Former Labour supporters flooded social media and television, sharing raw, painful stories about how these cuts would devastate their lives. Inside government, resistance is growing. Civil servants in the Department for Work and Pensions have threatened mass resignations. Whistleblowers have leaked internal reports warning of a surge in homelessness, suicide, and long-term poverty. These aren't hypothetical warnings. They're credible and chilling. Dozens of MPs have already defied the whip. A shadow cabinet walkout is reportedly being timed to coincide with the next welfare vote. If that happens, Starmer's authority could collapse in real time. Meanwhile, the Conservatives and Reform UK are poised to capitalize. Rishi Sunak's team is preparing attack ads portraying Labour as a party in chaos. Nigel Farage is rallying disillusioned working-class voters, branding Labour as just another austerity party. In trying to appear fiscally responsible, Starmer may have handed his opponents the keys to Downing Street. The clock is ticking. Starmer faces three choices: reverse course, step down, or be removed. Insiders say he has only days, not weeks, before total collapse. Union leaders have issued direct warnings. Major donors are pulling funding. Local party officers are refusing to campaign under his leadership. If Starmer steps down, Labour plunges into a leadership contest with a general election looming. If he stays, the party risks further fragmentation or even political extinction. This is no longer just about policy, it's about survival. For a man who once promised dignity and reform, Starmer now stands accused of cruelty, betrayal, and political blindness. If these welfare reforms proceed, Britain faces what one official described as a social catastrophe in slow motion. Another called the policies morally bankrupt. This is not just a political crisis, it's an ethical reckoning. The rebellion is real, The betrayal is felt, and the countdown has already begun. This was today's critical update. BNN brings you news that is true, verified, and free from misinformation. If you found this report valuable, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to BNN. Thank you.